That's a melody, like in my mouth.
Is this the best kept secret at Disney World?
Princess DeBay here, and today we're at Caribbean Beach Resort because it's time to go hang out with our favorite crab under the sea. Not SpongeBob. We're hanging out with Sebastian.
Chef David.
Yes, because it's your number one choice of food infotainment. We're actually convinced to come back to this place because we don't feel like we got a representative time the last time we came here when the menu changed. So we're headed back to see if anything's improved since the last time we were here. So remember, she's vegan. I'm not. I'm hungry. Let's go under the sea.
Be sure to save the animals.
I heard the girl.
So we have our favorite allergy-friendly rolls. Oops. With the guava butter and the jam. Chef Mike is always here to help us with these rolls. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of guava butter, which is amazing, and you should put it on everything here. And then this caramelized onion jam, which is also amazing, and you should put it on everything that you can. Cheers. We've had this bread so many different ways, but this is like literally the best. This is better than Yachtsman Steakhouse and their roasted garlic. This is the way. This is a 5 out of 5. This is a Princess Cities item. Always get the guava butter and the caramelized onion. Even if you're not vegan, you can just ask for it. It's all you're here to enjoy here. And they'll just bring it to you on the side and you can put it on all your things.
All the places we've been to Walt Disney World, and we've been at quite a few. This is the only place that serves as unique dippings with the allergy rolls as any other restaurants. Not Citricose, not Polynesian, none of them. But the onion jam and this guava butter, it's like, if you're going to eat the allergy rolls, this is the way to do it. The allergy rolls are nice and warm, which is really the only way to get them. If they're not warm, do not eat them. But like, honestly, you could just spread the guava butter and the onion jam on the plate. I'll just lick that. 4.5 out of 5 plus. It's a Mickey.
So fun.
So fun. A little Parmesan crisp served with the onion jam and then a non-vegan version of the same guava butter. Go ahead and take a bite of this crisp. It's basically pure Parmesan. Like in a little, literally a crisp. It just falls apart in your mouth. Once it gets damp, it disappears. We're gonna dip this with our Mickey ear in the onion jam. Oniony, cheesy, excellent. I would eat a whole stack of those Parmesan crisps. Luckily, Parmesan is one of those cheeses that is a lactose intolerant bear I can actually eat. Wonderful. 4.25 out of 5 plus. As for these rolls, a nice dinner rolls. Perfect. Perfect spot for all the jams. Disassembles. Like number 5. Don't disassemble number 5. No. Disassemble number 5. There are places with bread so good, it almost feels like a threat. Like we dare you to eat this, but you can't eat anything else. 4.75 out of 5 plus. It's almost too good for its own good.
I got the pineapple mule, but I did it my way, and I got lime juice instead of pineapple juice. You can get it with pineapple juice, it's still vegan. This is Uncle Nearest. I just don't like pineapple like that, so that's how I do. This one is very heavy-handed on the ginger beer. Not as much as with the Uncle Nearest, which it really needs to balance the ginger beer, so not the best balanced drink, but I will drink it. I give it 2.75 out of 5 beverages.
Leave it to the princess to ruin a good pineapple meal with lime juice. I love the feel of the cups. Every time I come here, I threaten to take these cups. I'm not taking the cups. You can probably find them at Home Goods. The same cups you see all around the resort, but like, this is one of the first restaurants that had them, and I just love the feel of these cups. That's a lot. That's a lot of ginger. Lime ginger. Ginger concoction. I actually don't. I think the lime actually goes pretty well with the ginger, but I am not the mulicious bear. That's the princess's bag. I will drink them, but at arm's length, like over that way. Give that 3 out of 5 plus. One of the other reasons to come here, aside from the food, is the make your own rum old fashioned. You're not going to find a make your own rum old fashioned anywhere else on Walt Disney World property, and they have some interesting liquors for you to choose from, along with some mix-ins. So I got a Trinidad and Tobago based rum with rhubarb and agave. Get that nice smell of the rum without the bite. The rhubarb is a surprise. I expected the rhubarb to be weird. I've never had rhubarb in old fashioned, but that sort of like bitterness of rhubarb disappears inside of the rum, and you just get that nice like aromatic flavor. I like that. That's a 4.75 out of 5 plus. If they had a window where just make my own rum old fashioned, I would live here, like in the lighthouse outside.
Where does it fall in your old-fashioned top 10?
See, this is kind of cheating because it's not like a handcrafted old-fashioned. Like I would get it like Toledo or Massilier, but like making your own, this is like an alcoholic kit. It's like, I would probably put it 4th because of the options you have to make your own. It's not a whiskey old-fashioned. The rum old-fashioned is unique all on its own. 4th out of all the old-fashioned you get on property. 5 out of 5 plus. If you come here and you like old-fashions, there's really no reason not to create your own.
Here is our favorite salad. I'm just going to take a small amount because there's a lot of food to eat here today. Cheers! I love the dressing. It's got like a nice mint to it. It's very herbaceous. It has a nice crunch to it. You got like these little tangerine thingies with just this lovely mint throughout. I'm really into it. It tosses my salad. I give it 3.5 out of 5 salads.
The family channel, man. Love the color in the salad here. Just like the nuts and the mandarin oranges, and you got the little radish slices. It's colorful. It makes you want to just dive right in. Do not fill up on a salad. It's a good salad, don't get me wrong. Don't fill up on it. There's other food coming. Go ahead and dive right in. My only problem ever with nuts in a salad has nothing to do with them actually being there. It's the logistics to try to eat these with a fork. Because stabbing nuts for your food, people, can be kind of a chore. Other than that, love them. The rest of the crunch of the leaves, I would eat that a whole bowl. If I get that salad to go, I would take that to Skyliner and eat that before I got in the park. 4 out of 5 plus.
So we're gonna start with this lovely stew situation. I'm just gonna grab a small amount here because we have a lot to eat. I don't even know why I put it on my plate. That was like literally a bite, but now I'm gonna struggle with getting the things on the fork. Here we go. Cheers. That is so good. Nice and fully cooked throughout. It just kind of like melts in your mouth. Beautifully seasoned. I like that. That just like makes me feel like a warm, like it's raining outside right now. So we're by a fire. We want some like nice warm soup to like curl up and maybe watch a movie. This is what we're eating. This is amazing. This is a 5 out of 5 Princess Cities item. Must try. There's gonna be a lot of that tonight, I think.
Just going to scoop a spoonful here, dump it on the princess's plate because what else is a bear to do? Equally as confused trying to like fork this. This really just needs a spoon, honestly. The way the flavor is just soaked through the other veggies, very like uniform like flavor profile. but like with punch. Like everything tastes like it belongs, but then everything tastes like itself. That is what I expect out of a stew. Unlike some other signature dining restaurant, which shall remain nameless. This is good. This 4 out of 5 claws. It's funny that even though this is all you care to enjoy place, you could easily eat most of these things on their own and be perfectly happy.
Here we go, rice and beans. And I'm just gonna do it this way, how about that? I don't know, that didn't really work out that great. I like the rice, I like the beans. The beans are cooked through also, which I appreciate. The rice is a little soft. Like maybe it was cooked just slightly too long, but it's seasoned so well that you can't really tell. I would give it a 3.75 out of 5 beans and rices. I appreciate the rice.
It's always funny to see the princess's inner Persian come out whenever there's rice involved. The princess and rice is like me and anything pineapple and fish. That rice sings to me. Like Sebastian sings in this restaurant, like that's a melody, like in my mouth. Like it's a song. The rice, the flavor, the punch. None of this bland, flavorless rice. The beans punch, the rice punches, and together, we're doing things that Tyson never did when he was younger. Not biting ears off. But you'll want more, like in a good way. I don't know why Tyson got into this, but it's a knockout punch as far as food goes. 4.5 out of 5 claws. I could easily steal this family style from the rest of my family. They can have everything else.
Let's chop some bacala. Chop some bacala. Broccolini, not bacala, but we're gonna go with it because SNL. All right. Happy little tree, just like Festival of the Arts. It's almost like a little rubbery. It's smoked really nicely, but I'm not a huge fan of the flavor. I like it, but I don't like it, if you know what I mean. I'll give it 2.5 out of 5 broccolinis. It's good. It's a little crunchy.
It's funny, like the relationship you have with vegetables when you're a child. Some of us love them, some of you hate them. I actually love the vegetables, but I only love the vegetables that I love. As a child, I'd really only eat 3 vegetables. Broccoli, corn, and carrots, and nothing else. You couldn't get me to touch any other vegetable. Okra, peas, none of that weird stuff. Only those 3. No medleys, none of that, not green beans, not string beans. Corn, carrots, broccoli. Broccolini works for me. I like tree-shaped vegetables. Miniature trees, if you will. I do find broccolini just a little bit more chewy than say like a broccoli, if you've never had broccolini. But I love the roast and the way that it holds like a smoky flavor. It's nice. It fits in this display. It's not the strongest side, but its competition is high. 3.5 out of 5 points.
We are this is why we're back actually. Chef David specifically told us we needed to come back to retry this fish cake. Because when we had it the last time, it did not have this sauce. It did not even look like this. It was a totally different beast than what it is right now. And you know, I am digging the way this one looks. This is a cute little patty here. I'm just gonna take a little bite. Oh, it looks so beautiful. It reminds me of those like little Gardein ones, but like better. Oh wow, that is fabulous. That is incredible. So the best part about it is you have like the crab consistency without the fishy flavor. So you just have like a nice little cake, like a little fish cake. I love it. I would give it a 5 out of 5. It is a Princess City's item. You must try this fish cake today.
I love this little fish cake. Now this looks a lot different color-wise and construction-wise than we had before. The first time we had these, we did not love them, but apparently what we were missing is this curry aioli on top. We did not have that last time. It was like in the plate, but it was like a little tiny amount, so we didn't get any of that flavor. And apparently it's integral to how good these will or will not be. I already like in the color already. Curried anything is definitely my jam. That gives me island. That feels like the kind of food the princess should have had at Captain Cook's when we were on the Wish. Instead of that sad burger they gave her, this feels like what she should have been eating. You know, tropical hideaway, tropical island, tropical food. She got garbage food. This is great food. This fish cake. Remember, I'm not the vegan here. I would eat all of those on my own. It's gonna be hard to top on this plant-based diet. I would give that 5 out of 5 claws. I want to bottle that curry aioli and take it home. Like literally. I'm gonna try to make our own version at home now. I definitely feel like that's gonna happen.
Chef David said you gotta do the fish cake with the aioli, which I'm just gonna do an extra little dipping here. And then you gotta have it with this pineapple. So let's do it all together. Oh yeah. Now that is a perfectly balanced bite. Tangy, sweet, perfect. Oh yeah. That is a gift that keeps giving. This is the way. So here we go with a Beyond. It's so Beyond. It's Beyond delicious. Okay. Now this one is nice and cooked properly, extra charred. We didn't even have to ask Chef David to extra char it, and he just went for it, which I am here for. I love it. We appreciate you, Chef David. Thank you for being awesome. There's really not much you can do to like zhuzh up a Beyond sausage on its own. We have all these amazing sauces that we're gonna try with the sausage later. But on its own, with the extra crisp, I would say this is probably one of the better Beyond sausages that we've had like in a minute. Like probably like not since Flame Tree level. Yeah. I would give it a 4.75 out of 5 Beyond sausages. It is really tasty. If your sausage doesn't look like this, when you go to the restaurant, ask them to make it extra crispy. And then you'll get something like this.
Beyond sausage. Really the only thing you can do with Beyond sausage is cook it properly. Beyond that, pun intended, Beyond is Beyond. But to see that nice skin, like a little crisp on the outside, well cooked soft inside, this is what you're aiming for. No mistaking that Beyond flavor. Beyond will be Beyond. But, cooked properly, I've got no complaints. Especially given the array of sauces and the spread. If Beyond is the worst that you're doing, you're in okay company. 3.5 out of 5 plus.
Now there is this little mango sauce here that you can get as well. We got it on the side because Bear is allergic. And I'm just gonna add it with the kefta. Oops, that I chopped here. There we go. Cheers. Those are big, fresh chunks of mango. Like fully ripened. At its peak of ripening. I feel like it's good to eat by itself. I don't know if I would put it on any of these other things. Next we have this beautiful kefta. There are not very many places around Disney that you can get a kefta. The most popular one is the Felucian at Docking Bay 7 in Hollywood Studios, but this one is better tasting. It's just spiced so perfectly, so beautifully. If you have never tried an all meat before, I think you should come here and try this one. Because it'll really open some doors for you, and you'll be really surprised at how amazing vegan food can taste. Because again, it is all you care to enjoy here. You get whatever you want. Just ask for one. If you're a meat eater, just ask for one kefta, and try it with your food. You will be so surprised at how good it is. I would give it a 5 out of 5. It is a Princess Cities item for the people that like alt meats.
Maybe showing my Disney age, but I feel like there was one point we used to get the Kefkas on a stick. And meat on a stick. It's fine with me. I love that they continue the tradition of doing interesting things that are impossible. One of the first places we had like sort of like unique impossible dish here on Disney property was actually Sebastian's Bistro. Before, with All You Care to Enjoy, you used to be able to get an impossible banh mi here, and they still did lunch. We rave about that for years. Still to this day, we rave about that. We had only had it the one time, and even now, like 5-6 years on, we still talk about it. They're probably never coming back. But cheers to the impossible banh mi of our dreams. Tastes like well-seasoned meat, well-seasoned, smoky. You don't really get any twinge of like plant-based or like that artificial aftertaste. It's just something that soaks in the seasoning so well. One of the most unique impossible-based dishes you can get on property still to this day. 4.75 out of 5 plus.
So I got a little piece of kefta here with cucumber salad. All right. I'm gonna try it all together. The cucumber salad with the kefta makes me feel more like I'm at Taco Gay 7. I'm having a better version of the pollution kefta. There's really like, it's like the same thing. I like it. I saved the best for last, this cute little log cabin of tofu. I really cannot, outside of like Satuli, there is not really many places that can do a killer tofu. Not even when you go to Flying Fish and spend $50 on a quarter block of tofu. This tofu is just straight fire. Look at the gorgeous char on her. Oh, I'm so excited. It's sliced so perfectly. This is literally the tofu of my dreams. And I do dream about this tofu. This is a 5 out of 5. This is a Princess Cities item. You need the tofu. You should just come here and try plant-based, even if you eat meat, because you're in for a good time. I know Bear, he would probably go all plant-based if he could, but he won't.
Just look at the cook on this tofu. The tofu you got, last piece of tofu you got that had this color to it. Tofu definitely on the inside. Well seasoned. Like honestly, that looks like a little chicken nugget. McDonald's insides, their nuggets don't look that good. The way that breading seasoned, I would wait by the ocean every 100 years for tofu that would. I would be the next Davy Jones. Cut my heart out, put it in a box for tofu served that good on the regular Disney property. Tendrils and all. 4.75 out of 5. The only reason it's not a 5 is because the fish cakes happen to be on the plate next to it.
So now I'm going to take this tofu and I'm going to dip it in this beautiful pineapple sauce that Chef David added to our plate. Even though I'm not a pineapple person, why not try it? Now that is what tofu the Polynesians should taste like. I feel like I should be at like Kona or Ohana with that sauce. That's really good. And I'm not even a pineapple person. I'm into that.
When you're a lone bear that eats a family style, you basically get a personal plate. You ain't sharing this with any family. That's not a bad thing. Everything on here is for me. Mind you, I'm usually too full at the end to order more, but if you did, remember, every individual thing on this plate, you can get more of. I'm gonna start here with this fish. There's like caper sauce on top, like tomato and capers, and this nice white fish, served with a banana leaf. Ooh, the saltiness of the capers, with like that like way that white fish sort of just takes in any flavor touches it. That is really good. I would give that 3.75 out of 5 points. Next up, we have this slow roasted Mojo pork, staple of the Caribbean and the islands. Nice and cold, looks nice and moist. I know I have something you had that word, but moist food is moist food. What the citrus in Mojo does to like a nice savory pork should be a college level course. 4 out of 5 points. I'm so intrigued by anything pineapple that I actually asked for my own little serving of the pineapple, like the chili like sauce, because normally you don't get that with like the non-vegan plate, but that and this citrus Mojo pork, I was intrigued. I'm gonna go ahead and dip and not pour because of the princess's bad influence. That needs to be a sandwich. Mojo pork, top of like a good bread, like a pineapple coconut bread, the chili lime sauce on top. Heaven. Like they're meant for each other. Like fate. That together is amazing. Ask for this. If you get the pork, ask for the pineapple chili sauce. Next up we have the oven roasted chicken. We get 2 pieces on here. We're gonna eat this bear style with our fingers. I'm gonna still drum it. I love chicken. It's very easy to ruin chicken. Drying it out, not seasoned, undercooked. This, perfect skin, nice and crisp inside, super moist and seasoned from the soul. This might be my favorite thing on the plate so far. 4.5 out of 5 points. Sad, it's just chicken, but I love a good, perfectly roasted chicken. And there's so many places I'm probably gonna get it wrong. Now, I had this problem last time. I came here, and you get the flank steak. A lot of people, that's their goal. They want the flank steak beautifully cut, seared. Where I messed up last time, there's actually like a little sauce underneath here you can easily miss. Now, you do get a plant-based version of this with the plant-based dish, but you eat this with the flank steak. You don't eat it with that. You eat it with. Last time it was hidden under there and I forgot about it. Didn't even see it. Didn't even eat it. This time, we're eating it. Flank steak, perfectly cooked. Amazing sear, medium rare. Well seasoned throughout. So got like seasoning like charred into the skin, like seals the flavor in. Perfectly moist, not dried out. It's solid. I made fun of flank steak because you get a lot of like buffets and all you care to enjoy. And almost in every one you get some version of either just like steak. Flank steak is the most popular. You see the Chef Mickey. I absolutely hate it. You get like the prime rib at Crystal Palace. Hate that. This is what they should all strive to be. 4 out of 5 points.
It's time for the drip food. We'll go Moroccan style with it, maybe.
Oh no, I was saying like, if you gotta put it like self, if you get the stuff,
The number of things I could say about the drip foo on this are not kid friendly, I guess I could say. So let's just go ahead and take a bite and not mention any of the innuendo that we experienced at this moment. It tastes like pineapple, like a lot of it, which is not my jam. But like, if you're one of those people that loves peeling back one of those little containers of pineapple and eating those pineapple bits, maybe get some of that juice action with the pineapple, this is the dessert for you, because it's literally like taking one of those little fruit thingies and just eating it. 3 out of 5 pineapples for the pineapples.
Now, this is a standard size dessert for Sebastian. They don't come in any other size. One size fits all. So it's either all for you or all for everybody. make sure it's all for you. Take yourself on a date. Coconut, pineapple, cream. It's like the Caribbean version of ice cream and a brownie. Basically. Heavy in the coconut. I'm a huge coconut person, but I love the amount of pineapple. Even though it's like the kind of pineapple I hate, I don't like pineapples in syrup. Syrup is fine. I can do syrup, like pineapple syrup, like fresh pineapple. Pineapple soaked in syrup kills it for me every time. There's nothing wrong with dessert. That's more of a preference thing for me because I'm a pineapple purist. 3.5 out of 5 stars. I'm not going to pull a princess. That's more than enough sauce. Okay? More than enough sauce. Remember that I'm a bear who is lactose intolerant, so I will not be trying to murder myself eating this dessert. I will take a bite, enough for the review, but enough to live. Sort of like delicious bread pudding. The cold and hot thing is dessert classic. It's one of the things about desserts I can actually get on board with. I just can't handle the intense level of sweet. Even if this is only a quarter of a size, there's no way in the world I can finish this. 3.5 out of 5 plus. Let this lighthouse, be the beacon that lights your way here, because as far as all you care to enjoy, I don't know why you're wasting your money in places like Ohana.
Agreed.
When Sebastian Bistro exists, you sleep on this place. Because everything that you complain about as far as consistency, unique flavors, and quality of the food at Ohana, the desserts, here.
Also,
vegan, non-vegan.
Chef David is plant-based.
Yes.
So, if you want a catered meal from a vegan chef,
yes,
come to Sebastian's, because that's even better than the Chef Tony experience.
Ooh, she just laid down the gauntlet.
Sorry, not Chef Tony. We love Chef Tony. I misspoke.
Okay.
Chef TJ. Chef
corrected
TJ from Cape May. That is the chef I was referring to. Chef TJ, Chef David is your competition.
Yes. But we don't want you guys to think, why don't you guys come to Sebastian's Bistro? Because honestly, given the price and the quality of the food, the fact that this place isn't slammed and full of reservations every day boggles my mind. As your #1 choice of food infotainment, you come to us to know these things. So I need to know why you guys don't do that. If you have a reason, a very good reason, let us know in the comments below. If there's anything else you'd like to see us do, of course, the comments will also be the place to find us. Hit the notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
We'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, Bear is going to be subjected to me singing old AF Little Mermaid songs that nobody knows about, that's super obscure, that's going to bother the F out of him.
That was an obscure reference all on its own.
In harmony, harmony, you, I need together, we can live in harmony.
You heard the girl.